how you doing? Got my glasses on, didn't even realize it. What's going on, folks? Welcome to another Tuesday night chat. Hope to have fun. Mike is at a club meeting tonight, so we're going to do the best we can. You know how that is. I said hi to a lot of people in the chat. Hello again. For all those you missed, I see Big Rocky's joined us. Mrs. Coin Crew has joined us. So yeah, we're here, you're there. Basically, guys, I have a comment pinned at the top. Please begin your questions with 3 question marks so I can see it better, because when I start falling behind, I'll skip all the way down to those. So your questions will help fuel the direction in which the evening chat is going to go. So without choking ghost, hello all, he says. I am, I guess, I don't know, squirrel maybe? I'm kind of glowy here. Anyway, gold, silver. It touched intraday below that 100-to-1 trading ratio. And right now, gold is up on the evening at $32.53 per ounce. And of course, 40 cents on the end. And gold is up 7 cents on the evening to silver rather. Silver's up 7 cents on the evening to $32.45. Gives us a trading ratio of 100 to 0.41. Wow, that's a lot of silver for 1 ounce of gold, isn't it? Stuff just keeps on going up. Hello, B. Taylor, AZ Coins. How are you guys doing? The market did ease back a little bit, but the question is, where's it going to stop? I mean, is it going to keep going? I mean, we all hope it does, but is it going to keep going? Is this turmoil with all these tariffs, is that just too much? I don't know. I have no idea. Don't have a crystal ball, so I couldn't tell you where it's going to go. I did say a few weeks ago it's going to break the certain number, fall back, and it did, and then it started going back up, which is what I expected as well. I think, hello, Yote fan. I think I want to say hello to Yote fan. I think we are in for a volatile market for a while, and it's going to be like that for at least a few months. And hopefully it settles down a little bit before the Tulsa show in June. If you don't know about it, that's, I think, June 12th, 13th, 14th, somewhere in there, that weekend. Hello, Charlene. Hope Mike's enjoying his club meeting. Good to hear that I finally figured out, hey, it's the third Tuesday. So look at that, J-Dog. $5 super chat, just a guy. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Your super chats do help out a lot. And again, your questions and comments will help direct it and make the stream more exciting. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on rambling about whatever just pops in my head. And it's not a lot. So, good question. Why does a Nightbot not like Yote fan? I don't know. I know you got that explanation point. Find me over on your channel. I don't have that. Sand Dune Stack here. What's up, my friend? How are you tonight? Good to see you. Ashes is here. I just seen them somewhere. There they are. So how are you, Ashes? Okay, we got too much uncertainty for it to start rising. Too much reluctance to actually act rationally as investors part. Yeah, there is a lot of uncertainty, and not to get it political or nothing, but with the tariffs, people don't know what's going to happen. I've noticed the stock market is starting to come back just a little bit, but again, it's still irrational. Everything, people are guessing what's going to go up, what's going to hold its value. One thing I found that, keep a certain amount of silver and gold on hand, keep a certain amount of cash on hand, and when something gets to a level, whether it be silver, gold, or stocks, when it gets to a level that you're okay with buying it, I mean, we're never going to be comfortable in times of uncertainty. But if it gets to a comfortable level, maybe spend a little bit of it on that. So that is definitely an ideal there as well. J-Dog says, smash the like. Thank you. Here we go. I just did that. There it is. How come? Wow, it doesn't come up. Here it is. Ashes, met your brother in Georgia show. Wow, that show was a blast. And I was just talking about Mike being at his coin club meeting tonight, and I see him back there smiling. He's not at his coin club.
What's up, guys?
What's going on, bro? I thought you had a coin club meeting.
Well, I did, but I didn't make it.
Why not?
Well, unfortunately, the store was really busy today. I didn't get out of the store until almost 5:30.
Yeah, I called, talked to Shar today, and she didn't mention anything. I said, well, I'm going to go ahead and send the link anyway. And then I looked at the calendar. I'm like, oh, it's the third Tuesday. He's going to a coin club meeting tonight.
Yes, I am supposed to be at the Coin Club meeting. I've already called them guys, told them I wasn't making it.
Okay, here's a great question, and maybe you may do it yourself. I don't know. But I'll answer first, and then you can come up behind me. Keith, is the gray sheet the only way you set a price on coins? I think the subscription price is a little high for the average collector. The subscription price is very high for the average collector. And no, it is not the only way we set prices. We do set them by auctions, and it's just my auction. It's a run of all different auctions to see how things are selling or not. Because sometimes those auctions, they'll go lower or higher, and that's what the stuff is actually selling it for. Therefore, the object price, the valued price of an item is the agreement between the buyer and the seller, and they make the sale and the purchase. What do you think, bro? What's your
Well,
only? Is that your
he's
only
a
way?
little bit on that, guys. He's right. We do set it by the auction and stuff, but I do it a little bit different because if I don't like the appeal of the coin, I ain't worried about the auction. I ain't worried about the gray sheet. Now, what is that coin really worth to me? The bottom line is the average collector that likes to collect them really nice high dollar coins. Appeal is everything when they're spending that kind of money. So if you got something that's looks like it got lucky and got through there, don't expect to get that number you see on the auction because it ain't going to happen.
Please begin questions with 3 question marks to make your questions more noticeable. And right
And
below that,
by the way, yes, the gentleman that met me at the show, it was a great show. He is 100% right. I was back there reading some of it. So guys, I was here. I just given Keith a minute of being
Ashes.
an
That's
all-star
who it
by
was.
himself.
Yeah, it was Ashes. You wanted me to start off by myself. And right below this
I
comment
said
here,
all-star. I called you an all-star.
Lone Star is sitting here throwing J Dog under the bus. You didn't smash the like. Ooh, he's telling everybody smash the like, and he didn't smash it. Says Lone Star. I'm sure he smashed it by now.
I did, guys, already give my thumbs up while I was back there
Did you
just
really?
kind of glancing, deciding if I wanted to come up now or wait a couple more minutes.
You could have waited. I wasn't fumbling yet. Now I'm fumbling. Do LCSs buy clad proof sets? Says Yankee Pride 03.
Yes, they do, but guys, they're
They're
bringing about 50% of their value. There is not anywhere to really go with them. I mean, even the guys on the telemarketers are backing down on them right now.
the clad proof sets that are worth more than significantly more than face value are the ones between 1971 and 98. When you get the ones in the state quarters and the America the Beautiful quarters, those tend to go close to face value. So yeah, you get quite a bit more for the older ones that are just one plastic card. But yeah, we buy them. Mr. Coin Crew says the gray sheet is a baseline.
The gray sheet is an overpriced sheet anymore.
It's still a baseline, though. It allows you to start somewhere.
Well,
Whether it goes lower or higher, you
I
still
see
need to
that.
check the auction records.
Oh,
Mike,
well,
nice to
thank
met you at the
you.
Dalton show.
Thank you, Littlefoot. I appreciate that very
Next
much.
time we'll be able to bring a proof for Mel.
Yes, I did apologize to you at the show, and I'm apologizing again. We were so busy before we left. Some of the stuff got left behind, and I did apologize for that.
Okay, Lisa Blair says, is a coin that has copy on the back worth anything? I'm gonna let you do this. You can do it. You know.
Well,
If it says copy.
it really depends. I mean, there is copies out there that are worth some money. But as far
But
as
if it
most of
says
the
copy,
copies you see on television stuff, don't buy them. You're just buying junk.
The only time it's worth anything if it actually says the word copy is if it's made out of silver or gold.
And you want to know, guys, I want
Right.
to say this, and I don't know if Silver Seeker is even listening. I meant to put a comment on his channel, and I will. He hit that one nail on the head on the Privy Mark Eagle. My hats is off to him. The bottom
Why don't you
line
tell them
is,
all
I am sick of seeing
what he
this.
said?
Them are not the only coins that got out there. They take these eagles and they decide to put their own mark and think they can make $150, $200. So my hat goes off to Seeker for that. That was a very, very good video, and you hit the nail on the head.
But what did he say? Exactly what did he say about it? I mean, not everybody
He
watches.
called. He actually called it a fake, and really, the Privy Mark is a fake. It's somebody that created a bunch of stars and put 40, and let's call this a Privy Mark. We put it on there. I actually went to another site to take a better look at that coin myself, and it looks kind of crappy when you blow it up. I mean, the bottom line is, I cannot believe that a grading company would go ahead and certify something like that. You know,
Yod fan says, due to the design change, will the Kennedy rolls be worth buying next month?
well, the bottom line is if you're a Kennedy collector, there's going to be a lot of people sorting after it for the Kennedy set. Do I really think that design change? Well, let's take a look at the nickel. What did you think about the Jefferson nickel putting a half head on there? Did everybody enjoy that? No, not really.
Did it make the nickels go up?
No, not really.
Not really. It's just a design change. We need design changes in the coins to keep people interested. But the fact of the matter is they need to make a design that makes people interested in it, not just a simple change.
But now the U.S. Mint is doing an eagle with a Privy Mark on it this year, the Proof Eagle. So, guys, that is definitely worth extra money because it is actually being done at the mint, not some private mint.
Okay, here's a question. If you were in the area, would you go to see the underwater Jason Voorhees statue?
I would.
That's that's Friday the 13th, right? Jason Voorhees is Friday the 13th. It's hard to remember everything.
I've been always wanting to hang out with that guy.
Okay, Littlefoot says, are hobos nickels, are they worth collecting? And do we come across them? I don't find a lot of them.
Guys, there's like about 4 or 5 guys across the nation still making hobo nickels. Once again, I forgot to mention this. One of the designers and the guy that makes hobo nickels will be doing hobo nickels at our show in front of you.
The hobo nickels that are worth collecting, in my
Are
opinion,
the older ones.
The first generation, so to speak.
Right.
I don't know if they've ever been called the first generation, but that's what we're going to call them. Classic hobo nickels. There you go.
This guy that's going to be there, he does make some neat hobo nickels. But now he's actually venturing out, and he actually bought some $2.50 gold from me and made them look like hobo nickels. It's cool. I like it. Pretty expensive.
What are your thoughts on buying drape bust gold coins for future appreciation? What gold coin do you think is undervalued at this time? Dahlonega, Charlotte?
Yeah.
Those are all undervalued.
Well, them buses ain't cheap either.
No, but I don't know if they're undervalued or not.
I don't think they're undervalued. No, they're priced high enough that I don't think they're undervalued. But there is coins out there, not just gold, even silver coins out there that are undervalued right now.
You can get a nice AU, XFAU, Dahlonega, or Charlotte gold, $5, $2, $2.50, $1. And they're all going to cost you, most of them will cost you less than a few $1,000s for an XFAU specimen. So I think they're undervalued.
Not the one I got graded for my friend that listens to us that lives in.
But
I
that's a
think it
better
was.
day.
Yeah, we got one
It's an
graded
example.
already for a guy. He's really happy with it.
Tim Cortu said, Silver Seeker said damaged Silver Eagle. I agree.
Yeah, he called it damage, but he also called it fake.
Why did he call it fake?
Because they basically are making these eagles that are made at a private mint. The thing is, I'll say the company Annex should have never graded them. Do you think NGC or PCGS or even CAC would have graded them?
Not if they were
No.
not if the privy marks were not made by the U.S. Mint. No,
Because he was right. Jeff Garrett, I know him personally myself.
I've met him a few times.
He would not. He would have not agreed with it either. And he states Silver Seeker pointed that out. He states that a privy mark is made at the mints, not the private mints. They are struck right there at Australia, U.S. Mint, Canada. They all do their own privies. And what's happening now today, guys, is you got companies going out there. They're making these beautiful looking fire looking coins. Now they're taking Canadian maple leafs and they do it with Morgan dollars, but they were done aftermarket. So, guys, when you pay this kind of money for this stuff, just remember, you paid it, you agreed with them, but most dealers would not.
In your retail store, says MM, thank you for the question. What is the buy-sell ratio for silver and gold? I'm freezing up a little bit. I hope you guys can still hear me.
Excuse me.
My buy-sell ratio is about what the gold-silver buy-sell ratio is.
And yes, once again, and Seeker did call me, I think yesterday morning, and asked me about the market. I said this, and I was talking to you guys last week about this. The premiums are changing. They're going up. Take a look at some of the sites, SD, JM Bullion, all of them. Their numbers are going up. They're not going down because the foundry companies' number are now going up. We are now to a 3 to 4 week delay again. The demand is on. I said it was coming. It's here. And I'm going to tell you, I was so busy today and I was not buying this round. I was selling the crap. If you remember, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just reading this comment. I'm not sure what Asha C1. What is the new GSID system from Gray Sheet Red Book? I don't know exactly what a GSID system is.
But anyway, back to what I was saying. Any which way on what's happening is the buyers are out, the numbers are changing, and I was so busy today. I worked an hour past my normal hours, and I was not buying. I was selling. That 20,000 ounces, I told you, overnight can disappear.
Thank you, Adam Jam.
It's gone. We are back to ordering as much as we can get in here. And my founder companies are probably happy. But the problem is we're also being delayed now.
Basir Blue says, have any of you guys ever seen, bought, or sold a Silver Eagle with a major error not strike through? Well, I had that blowout one from 2022. I made a video on it.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't remember outside that one where the chest was like something blew out the chest. It came out of the roll.
I got one in a holder right now, an NGC holder that's off strike a little bit. It shifted. The die did.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But I'm going to tell you,
the Buffalo round is worth when they're damaged like that. Is what Ty is saying.
Pretty well. I usually tell people to take them to the bank if they're too damaged. But, you know, speaking of that eagle that I got in the holder, yes, I certified it. But guess what? My customer got over a half a row of eagles for it. He bought the tube right in front of me and opened it, and I wanted it. He said, you give me 10 eagles, I'll let you have it back.
Whether the possibility says privies are minted, not added. after, which is true. They are minted in the coin.
Yes.
Because if it's added after, it's therefore a counter stamp, not a privy.
Yeah.
A privy mark is the same as a chop mark. No.
It is not.
A pricey mark. I think they're saying privy mark. It's not. A chop mark is the same as a counter stamp. A privy is, as whether the possibility says, it's in the die. It's minted that way.
The chop marks are done after the coin's been minted.
And so are counter stamps.
Yes, they are.
Okay, is it really worth paying extra for real privy marked coins rounds? Depends on the privy mark that it has. Does it have any significant or special value to you? I mean, that's what I would say. I mean, I would.
Well, look at what Canada did. They did and this is pretty sad. We're the U.S. We had the 50 states, but Canada turned around and done some maple leaves back years ago with using our states to stamp in them.
Well,
you remember that, Keith, when they did the quarter things in the maples?
Yeah, I do. I remember that. That was a long time ago.
It's just like the Superman. I mean, it takes us a minute to catch up. We got these other countries using our states to do their privy marks, but they made them into coins at the mint.
Penny Scout says, good morning, everyone. Saw some of you guys this morning, and I think he's referring to Mrs. Coin Crew. She's been covering for Ida all week, and again on this coming Monday as well, the rest of this week and Monday. Ida is fishing. So you need a little break here and there. You got to have a break. You should complain to your, Jetback says you should complain to your boss for overtime pay, Mike.
I did. And you know what she did? You remember that video I did today and that really cool looking panda? And I complained about it. She said, that's fine. I'm taking this for your complaints. So I think something's going on there. I don't get paid extra. She does for me doing this.
Okay, Ashes is saying the GSID is a new inventory system from Gray Sheet identification number system introduced in the 2026 Red Book, an individual number for each coin type. Well, PCGS already does that. So that they have an individual number for each coin. You can know by looking at the coin number to the right side of the / or left side rather, because the right side is the coin.
So let me ask you guys.
The left side is the coin and dot, and then the two numbers is the grade.
So what do you think about the Gray Sheet making another magazine that's strictly only for cat coins only?
Money grab? That's all I can think of is a money grab. You don't need a company making different type. I mean, you can make a wholesale, you can make a retail sheet.
Well, I said this before, and I do want everybody to think about this over the week. And next week, give me your vote. Don't give it to me tonight. Next week, give me your vote. Do you really think? And I'm going to ask this question again. I've asked it before. Do you guys really think that a CAC holder coin should be worth more than a PCGS or NGC holder coin? Because now that CAC magazine is for both their stickers and their holders.
I don't think a CAC, here's my point. I mean, I can understand people saying they want more for a CAC coin if it's got sticker. But a CAC holder coin is not a CAC coin. It's a coin graded by the CAC company. So are they going to start putting stickers on their own coins? Because it's silly. I mean, the stickers have become, since they've started grading.
Oh, no, their stickers are already made into their holders now.
But they're not CAC. They're not CAC. They're just saying, hey, we're done by CAC. But it's not a double authentication service. See, that's the thing about the stickers versus them putting it on PCGS and NGC coins. Their coin is no longer double authenticated. It's only graded by them.
And that's why I was asking on their holders.
Yes, their holders.
Should they be considered worth more than NGC and PCGS?
I'm not even going to give my opinion right now. I don't want to sway anybody.
No, I want everybody to think about it this week, and let's get the answer next week. I am going to be on here next weekend, or
Tuesday.
next Tuesday, and I want everybody's answer. I want everybody to talk about it a little bit, feel it out, because we now have a company that thinks they're better than them two, but yet, just remember, yet we found a way that all of us agree that ICG and Annex, yes, they put them in the graded holders. Usually we say, okay, they're probably one grade back. We don't agree with the companies because they don't have the good enough graders right now.
Do either of you collect foreign? And if so, from where? I really don't collect foreign unless it's made out of silver or gold. What about you?
Oh, well, yeah, we have foreign, but no, we don't collect it really.
Okay, Penny Scout. I watched Silver Dragon video today. How do you guys feel about an 8300 form for the IRS? He says I don't like it. For those of you that don't know what an 8300 form is, let me explain it to you real quick. If you spend over $10,000 in cash, or sell us something for $10,000 in cash, or if you buy over 50 ounces of gold, or if you buy over 5,000 ounces of gold, we have to get your social security number and report it to the IRS that you made that.
We're gonna pull out an 8300 form and fill it out.
Now, Penny Scout says he don't like it. There's no reason, in my opinion, for anybody, unless they are in dire need, to sell me 5,000 ounces of silver or 50 ounces of gold. There's no need for someone, unless they're in dire need, to get a hold of 10,000 in cash. We can buy over $10,000 from you, but we can't give you that much in cash, because the 8300 form is basically set up to keep people from laundering money. That's exactly what it's for. So my opinion on it, I have no problem with it. What about you?
I don't have no problem.
What it is.
I already told you what it is. I mean, we have them forms available. Actually, we can print them off anytime we need them. They're online for us to print off. We can print them off whenever. The bottom line is, if you're trying to get a company to money launder, he's going to maybe get away with it a couple times, but it's not good.
A friend of ours went to jail, country club prison, 2 years. Got to go home on the weekends type prison for not filling out the 8300 form. So it's a serious thing. Even though it was like he got to go home on the weekends, it was still something. All right, Barbara, thank you very much for rubbing in that really nice weather down in Texas. We are freezing up here today. You know, we had sleety snow yesterday and today, or earlier today and last night. Sleety snow.
And I was in the back of a truck loading 160 tables, sweating my rear off. We had to deal with 75-degree weather today. It was terrible.
Rub it in, rub it in. You're just as bad as Barbara. You're rubbing it in, and I'm up here freezing all day. Do either of you think we will ever get a real audit of Fort Knox?
Okay. Like I said, this is going to be really funny when they finally do it. Everybody keeps saying, why is Trump hesitating? He's probably waiting until Great Britain gets all their gold bars in there. They're trying to make a cover up. They're putting all the gold bars over there, and everything else. But what's going to be real funny if the man walks in and does an audit. Okay, let's move these guys. Let's move them to another spot. Well, the country that helped the Democratic Party out just lost all their gold. Will they ever do it? No, but it's going to be funny because that's what they're doing right now. They're putting gold brick bars in Fort Knox right now before the audit.
How much above a regular Proof Eagle price do you think they will charge for the military privies coming later this year? I'm guessing $10 to $20 at least.
We should see the first privy right around June.
And what are they expecting them to be? I mean, they're going to be more?
I think it's going to be I don't know 100%, but I'm thinking and I'm hoping it's the Marine one first.
No. The question is, how much above the regular price of the proof silver eagle do you think they'll charge for the privy ones? And I said probably
Honestly,
10 to
I
20
think they're
bucks.
going to come out right around 100 to 105.
So he's thinking 5 to 10 bucks is what you're thinking then.
But the first one's going to be right there around June.
Paul Fave says, I have a 78cc getting graded by PCGS and I'm sending it to CAC afterwards since CAC is 3 hours away. That's an idea there, doing it like that. But again, talking back on your thing, what people have to understand when they think about that CAC coins worth more or not worth more, please remember that a CAC stickered coin that is in a PCGS or NGC holder has double verification of two people agreeing that it's that grade, whereas with a CAC, or two companies agreeing, with just a CAC holder coin, there's just CAC agreeing that it's that grade. There's no other company backing them up. So does this mean that PCGS or NGC might come out with their own stickers now?
Why not?
I don't see why not. It's double verification. But grading is just an opinion. The coin grade hierarchy, CAC, PCGS, NGC, Annex, or ICG. I think most of all feel that it is best to better, to good, to fair, good to bad, and that's how a lot of folks feel. I don't know, a little confusing there, Ashes. I guess they're saying this is the order in which the best one, CAC, down to the worst of the hierarchy, which is ICG. That's the way I'm understanding it. I don't really have a favorite saying which one's better than the other. I mean, I do have the top three. There's no doubt about that.
Well, guys, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to take that third one over and that first one over, and I'm going to swap them around.
Put NGC in front of
Do you know that, CAC's not coming to our show, and I get it because I did announce them as a deal. They thought NGC was just there to pick up some gold buffaloes and stuff. NGC decided to go ahead and grade there, take submissions. When that happened, NGC got backed way up. CAC was getting whatever if people wanted to come over.
Well, so, CAC lost. CAC sat there and promised me something on the phone, and then they didn't come through. And I said, well, I'm going to send it through NGC then.
And I'm going to tell you, at almost every show I'm at, I'm seeing this. Out of all the grading companies, it's hard to get your stuff to NGC because there's such a long line. But you can go to the other ones, and you got PCGS, you might only have a couple minute wait. CAC, you can just walk right up and sit down.
Okay, what happens when we're talking about that 8,300 form earlier? What happens when $10,000 doesn't buy anything good? What do you think about that?
Well, I guess it's time we quit. 10,000 got to buy something good today.
Yeah. Okay, Silver Shocker says, sounds like another way for the government to track gold and silver. It's not just gold and silver. Different.
It's on anything.
The cash part is on anything. But they consider a large amount of gold or a large amount of silver, 50 ounces gold, 5,000 ounces silver. They consider that just the same type of thing as moving 10,000 in cash. That's the level where they say, hey, we want to know that you're doing something. Now, when you talk about 5,000 ounces of silver, what is that, $150,000 or what is that? I don't know, 30 times 5? I can't, my head ain't working. 100-something thousand.
Well, no, actually, in today's market, $100,000 will only buy you 3,000 ounces. So you're looking at 170, 180,000 right in there.
Times
170,
32, 160,000 at $32 an ounce.
Yeah, but you don't buy it at spot. You don't
necessarily
get it at spot.
To track the silver.
You cannot buy silver at spot, no.
Yeah, but we're just saying spot is roughly 160. See, they're looking more of the movement of the money than the tracking of the gold and silver. But yeah, they are trying to dig their fingers in it. There's no doubt about that. Let's get down to the next question. I am about 7 minutes back, so let's catch up a little bit. Does that mean if I buy 3 ounces of gold for over 10,000, I have to fill out paperwork? If you pay cash, you do. If you pay cash. And that's what I've been trying to tell people. You know, you will save more money by buying the larger pieces, but if you want to stay under the radar, you need fractional gold. There's no doubt about that.
No. Keith, you better read that again. If we buy it for 10,000 over, we're no.
If you pay over 10,000 in cash, no.
We can take in as much cash as we want. I've read the law. I mean, the thing is, it's going out. They don't want you. They want to know where your money's going. Read the federal law on that.
I did, and that's why what's his name went to jail. He took in 100,000 in cash and forgot to fill out the form.
He paid out. He paid out. He didn't take in. He didn't take it in. He paid it out.
What are coin dealers willing to pay for proof silver eagle?
Depends on the market.
Depends on the year. Depends on how many we have. There's a lot of different factors, but yes, the market is what's going to dictate the price the most.
Somebody emailed you, is my coin undergraded?
Okay, here we go. Juan Justo says, is my coin undergraded? Oh, let's look at the other side.
What's that red and green spot on there?
He says it's an MS65 84. Oh, ooh, oh, look at that. Look at that. 84.
Huh. So I see a little scratch going on.
Yeah, you got a little something. I don't know if that's on the holder or not, Juan.
I would be happy with that grade.
I would be happy with that 5 grade. Wasn't you the one who got the 87 on me from me? I would be happy with an MS65 grade. I wouldn't hesitate on that. I mean, it is a New Orleans mint. As you can see, the right here, the breast feathers are a little flat, but not wore. And when you look at the obverse,
I'm looking at that scratch up there.
Right here. This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is something right here.
And then is that a rim damage there? Right there.
Here?
Yeah.
Dude, I think honestly, I think they were overly generous with you on that coin.
I would not want to send it back and ask for a better grade. I would leave that alone.
No, I wouldn't do that either, man. I would just leave it alone and be happy with the 5.
I'm starting to spot problems, and the more I spot it, the more I want to take away from it instead of give.
And that's something you're going to have to understand. Just because it's in a holder, it's still...
You buy the coin, opinion. Not the holder. That's what I always say.
Someone's opinion. I prefer NGC over anybody, says Wild Cards Coins. Yeah, they're good company. I mean, they have aesthetic appeal. I mean, that is the aesthetics of an NGC versus all the other grading companies.
We do a lot of business with NGC ourselves.
They most generally look better in those holders because of the white and sometimes black. But the others tend to have a clear plastic. So what happens with those is you tend to get the color of the background, which doesn't always mesh with the coin. But yeah, I would definitely be happy with the 5 on that. No doubt about it. 10,000. is an odd number for transactions. ZT needs to change higher, says Jetman. It's not really. I mean, for cash, I mean, why would anybody want to carry around that much cash at once?
I do.
Well, that's because of what we do. But I mean, you don't see me walking into another store with the cash unless I'm
I do.
going to make that purchase. So I mean, I guess they just don't want you to. They want to try to get everything they can. That's what the government wants.
When I'm at the show, everybody says, "You paying cash?" I
Charlie
do.
B says, "Isn't 3 ounces gold eagles over 10,000, and you need to fill out a form?" No, I don't think it is. I think it's under 10,000. Pretty close.
It is under 10,000.
Yeah, I just sold some last week, 3 of them. So I know it's under.
Right
So,
now,
yeah.
it's a little over 33 a coin, which puts it underneath 10,000.
Yeah, right in there. It would have to be over. Have to be 33,333. Yeah, it depends on where you go, what you got. You know, is it proof? Is
As
it
long as
art?
it don't go over 33, you're okay.
Paul Fave, I love this comment. Let's all agree that freedom isn't free. We have no control over our money, assets, or anything once the government is involved.
True, 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 true.
I think true is a little light of a word. Definitely true, maybe. I mean, yeah, when the government gets
You
their
hit
hands,
that one right on the head.
yeah, no doubt, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
So, if the J Dog says if the American Silver Eagle did not exist, what USA coin do you think would be the most popular? If for a bullion coin to replace the eagle, or never the eagle come about, what coin do you think would be the most popular as a $1 silver coin?
Well, I kind of wandered to the buffalo.
I I like the Mercury dime. I like the Mercury dime.
The
I think they
Morgan
would both
dollar.
be popular.
The Morgan dollar would be cool too, as a 1 ouncer. But
Well, they messed that up. They had their chance on that to make
I
a
know.
three
I know.
quarter ounce bullion related new dollar, and they messed it up, made it pure, and didn't issue it out like the bulk that they originally had planned. They had planned on putting them in
Well,
500
you
count
know,
boxes.
the $10 Indian on a silver coin looks really cool too. Why don't we put a buffalo on back and an Indian on front, like the $10, and we'll
There you
call
go.
it good.
Keith, your wish list coin, a 55 DDO red brown penny in AU 58. What stops a red brown coin from turning brown in the holder down the road? Nothing. Nothing stops it. If you have a red penny later down the road, it may take 10 years, 20 years, or 50 years. Even a red penny will eventually turn brown. That's just what copper does. It's just that when you put them in the holder, it tends to slow it down
Well,
unless you get
usually air helps that, Keith, and if it's blocked, it takes a really long time. It
it's a
usually
longer time once it puts in. That's why I'm saying once it gets put in the holder, it takes a longer time. But I have had red coins turn brown over the course of a 20-year period. So there's that. There's nothing to stop them later down the line.
I did pick me up a really nice proof Indian penny, red brown.
How often do you see colonial coins? Not very often myself. What about you, bro?
I don't see them real often unless I'm at the Florida show. Then there's a dealer that's got nothing but colonial coins, so I get to see them once a year at least.
Okay, Wild Cards coin says they didn't change higher, bro. They changed lower. Now every $600 transaction you made are tracked. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No, they
That was
tried.
gonna happen. That was gonna happen, but it got
They
shot down.
tried, but it didn't happen. Too many people was against it.
Yeah.
A used car costs more than 10,000. Write a check. Use a credit card. That's what they're saying. They want to
I'm
keep
going to
track.
tell you, I found out. I walked into a car dealership. They thought I was joking. I bought an $80,000 vehicle, I told them I was paying cash. They said, okay, yeah, you can pay cash. I dumped the money out on the table, and he said, wait, no, 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 no. I said, I'll take 5,000. You'll have to write me a check for the rest.
Yeah, a lot of businesses hate taking cash.
So I found out that they do not take cash for a vehicle.
Yeah,
It works in the movies. It just don't work for real life.
they prefer the government would prefer you using your credit card, using a check, so they have a paper trail of what you bought. Okay, Ty McFadden says a 5-year-old car could be 25. I should be able to buy that with cash and not have to tell the government. They won't take cash.
That was the problem. But, maybe a small dealership, you might be able to pull it off. But, boy, I went into a brand new dealership, and they was, that's where they get.
How much over spot should a dealer pay for an 86 proof gold set? I think they're talking about the Eagles.
A 4-piece set? Is that a 4-piece set? Oh, wait, no, the 86 is only a 2-piece set, ain't it? Hello,
The
Keith.
87 is a 2-piece set.
Yeah, that's a 2-piece set.
No, the 86 is a 4-piece.
Yeah. Bottom line is the IRAs are back with single box coins. That's why it's hard to sell the sets. So they kind of, unless you got extra box and papers, you're going to find you're going to get about the same price you're going to get for a raw one.
Just put it this way. I try to sell proof 10th ounce Eagles on my auction, which is a good platform to sell stuff. But nobody wants to buy the proof coins as much as they're willing to pay for the uncirculated coins, no matter what size they are. It's the same way.
I'll buy them from you, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hear you.
Well, I got some money I want to get rid of, so.
That's why they want CBDC full control. Yeah, that's the problem with that, why it didn't pass. There's the people, all of us, me, you, Mike, and everybody else in the world, or at least the U.S., we don't want them to have full control. That's why they're having trouble passing it. Eventually, it might pass, but there's going to be a lot of reluctant people. And that's one of the reasons, in my opinion, why silver and gold is getting stronger, is because I think people are going to start using it to make trades again. I really do. That's just my opinion.
I'm going to tell you, I believe that because I'm wore out today. I mean, I don't like working late.
Please begin questions with 3 question mark. And here's wildcard coins. Nada. Bang! Stops it from turning brown. That's right. A red set will eventually turn brown. It can be slowed down by removing the air away from it. Less air in there, so it'll slow down.
Yeah, I bought coins back that I sold 8-9 years ago, and they saw, even though the holder said red, when they brought them in, they looked red brown.
Okay, Lisa Bear sent an email, so we're going to show this right here.
Copy.
This says a flowing hair dollar. As a matter of fact, one of these came in the shop last week. These are not even made out of silver.
No, they're not.
The flowing hair dollar, the real one, sells for at or about that much. But this is not a real one.
So what does it say? Yeah, but what does it say they're selling it for?
I don't see. Look at me. I'm trying to click on it. I don't see what it says they're selling it for. Unless this is the price they're trying to sell it for. I don't know.
More price by the grade. More
yeah, but this is not a real coin. People bring these in all the time.
That's a copy.
Yeah, I mean, no, they bring them in all the time.
I
No,
know.
actually, the
I
real
got a
one,
bag of them.
the real one with a plug is the one most people want. The one with the plug. So anyway, there's that. Lisa, thank you for the email. We appreciate it. I just wish you had a real one. Actually a good coin to have. Is it stupid to buy BU Morgans from major online retailers? I feel like they probably pick through them and pick out potentially valuable ones.
Of course they do.
When they say they're selling you a BU Morgan, they're selling you a common date. They're not saying rare BU Morgan. They're not saying highly valued BU Morgan. They're saying a BU Morgan. So yeah, why would they give you a low price of, I don't know, let's just say $70 when some of the BU Morgans are worth thousands? They wouldn't give you one of those. It's just a bulk pricing. That's all it is. But sometimes you buy that from the online dealer, they may have forgot to change their price. So it may actually be a good deal at that time. Always shop, compare. That's what you want to do. What do you think, bro?
Mm-hmm. I
There
agree
you
with
go.
you. What else you got?
LOL. LOL. Unless you buy peer to peer, says Paul Fave, then the government ain't gonna know about it. Um, Jetmax says, I know which show you'll be attending, Ashes, next. See, Bob.
Guys, I'm going to be going to Central States next week.
See, Bob says, all these forms are from the Patriot Act of 2001. So it's been going on for years with this cash issue problem. They actually, one of the reasons why they stopped making, it wasn't that people weren't interested. They stopped making the $500 bill and the $1,000 bill to reduce money laundering. It was going back. It's a lot harder to carry 10, 20, $50,000 in your pocket. But if you had 1,500s, it was easy. And a lot of illicit activity was created, and that stopped some of it. But now they got that Bitcoin stuff. So let's see. No, I'm passing that up, JJ. Some of them copies or aftermarket strikes are actually becoming worth money. Some are, but not that particular one's not. Does a 58 quarter in circulated condition sell for the same as a 58 proof quarter in the same condition? I'm not sure if constitutional proofs are worth more than just their melt. Depends on the quality of the proof.
Yes, it does. What are
Oh,
you drinking?
Robitussin. Shit. Oh, I started coughing a while ago. That's why I muted and turned my picture off. I want nobody to see me coughing up a lung or something. This cold I've had for the past. It's like yesterday. I was running around yesterday without a coat. I had a light sweater on, 65 degrees. Today, I didn't even leave the house because I seen it said 35 degrees. And I looked outside. There's rain and sleet, snow coming. I opened the door.
Yesterday we was about 80 degrees.
We was 65.
We reached almost 90 on Sunday. It was terrible. I mean, we can't, we kind of feel bad for you that we can't send you this heat, but we decide we're going to keep it.
Paul Fave has an opinion about cryptocurrency. He says isn't good or really worth having. You can't hold it, so you don't own it. Everybody has their own opinion about crypto. My opinion is you can make money with it, but it's not for me. That's my opinion.
My opinion is I made money with it. I still play with it.
There you go.
But see,
There's how to get a hold of the
I got
shop.
in, got out. I'm playing on their money now. I got my money back.
JJ says there's 75 likes, 110 people watching. Some of you folks forgot to hit that like button, he said.
I did. I hit it.
I hit it. My thing says 12. Of course, I never refreshed that over there. Gary C. and Lee says, what up, what up? Here we go. Jay says, thank you for the comment. Older proof coins can command a large premium, whereas modern proof coins, not so much. And that is very true. You take a regular 1958, let's just say 58, Franklin half, where it may command $40, $50. But if you take that coin and put it in an ultra cameo or a deep cameo and make it like a 68, a proof 68, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Actually, probably 1,000 in a 68. Probably over $1,000. So yes, older coins, if they're high quality like these modern coins are, they are very expensive. They are very expensive. Wow, I'm caught up. So let's take a peek and see where gold is real quick.
Are you going to Central States, Keith?
Am I going to Central States? No.
I'll be there.
I might go. I don't know. We'll have to see now. Since you're going to be there, I might go meet up with you. Okay, gold is sitting at, oh, look at that. It's up 35.30 on the evening. Sitting at $3,267.40. Lucky 6-7 on the end of that. And silver is sitting at $32.52 at a ratio of 100.82 to 1. So yeah. It did get below that 100 to 1 ratio earlier today. I was watching it. But with all this stuff going on, it's going to be tough. Something's going to have to settle down a little bit before it can, just have a slow rise or a slow down or whatever. It's going to be choppy back and forth with all this geopolitical stuff going on. See, I'm not the only one who thinks yuck for Michigan today. It's awful. Yeah, no doubt, Benny Scott. It was nice yesterday, 65.
I think Michigan is nice right about now.
Because you're not here.
That's right.
Okay, here we go. Guys, if you want me to catch your questions better, I know some of you probably had some good questions, but I do skip a lot of them because I know you guys talk amongst each other a lot. So please put 3 question marks in it, and I will try to get to all those. Unless you go say it yawn round, then I'll try to skip over it. Do you think 100 to 1 is sustainable? No, I do not. What about you, bro?
No.
It is not sustainable. I have seen it as far as 132 to 1, and I have seen it as low as like 15 to 1. But we're on the higher end, so it's not sustainable to stay at that point. Mike, I'm not ducking you, sir. My wife was not having any of my shit, so I apologize for not call.
You're okay, man. You're okay.
Mid-America, you better quit yawn. Oh, man, it got... Oh, dude.
Yes, I did yawn.
Why do you guys do that? I am not feeling in the best of health right now.
You look a little red.
Kicking my butt
right now.
Okay, what's your take on gold backs? Are they sufficient form of trade like fractional silver?
Honestly, I work direct with Goldback now. I'm still skeptical on it. I ain't gonna lie, but let's see what happens. I do like the idea that they're beating the pavement, getting stores like Walmarts and stores like that are starting to turn around and take these. Just make sure you're buying it from a reputable dealer so you ain't paying too much.
I don't know how easy they are to counterfeit. The actual authentic gold backs, they do have the amount of gold in, they say, whether it's 1,000.
We even carried the Goldback wallets now, guys.
but I don't know, like I said, how easy they are to counterfeit. But the premiums, in my opinion, are just way too high. That's my thoughts about the gold back. I have a few. I got some for free. Got some half gold backs. Had like $2 or $3 worth of silver in it, or gold in it, rather. There are people, they are if people accept them, says Choking Ghost. Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Sand Dune Stacker says, Keith, is Floyd the only customer to get coffee in your store, or would I get a cup when I stop by? Sand Dune Stacker, you have to ask for it. Floyd, I automatically turn the pot on Friday mornings. It only takes a second. They brew one cup at a time. But yeah, if you come by, ask for a cup.
That is pretty messed up.
So if you get sick, it's not my
13 years. Wait a minute. For 13 years, I was there, and not once did he turn the coffee pot on for me.
It's because we never had the coffee pot.
That's right. See, never got the coffee pot.
Now we got to buy the cup coffee thing. Makes it by the cups. I never have to clean it. We got these disposable cups. We put them in there, and
wow. Yeah. That's how he hooked a brother up. He did not hook me up.
Jay says, why is constitutional silver so out of favor in the current market? Well, you do a lot more shows than me. What's up with that? Why is that? I've noticed that.
I don't feel like it is. I'm selling quite a bit of that too.
I actually had to raise my dimes and quarters a little bit over face now because I kept selling out. I think it's just out of favor because I think what happens is some people will overcharge for their 90%, and then all of a sudden they got too much, and so they'll take it to a show and dump it, but yet they won't lower the price at their store. I think that's what happens a lot. And so people will go to the show to buy it because the shops are charging too much. I don't think it's out of favor. I just think it's out of favor with people who don't price it right.
Yeah, I usually sell that stuff still today. I'm still selling it for melt for now.
So, made in America, what is too much for a $50 gold back? You have to stop and think the premium on it. How much the $50 gold back? What is that? 1/10 of a gram?
Okay. Yeah, you shouldn't have to pay more than $6.75 to $7 per dollar on that. Now that's a $50 gold back, so it's got more gold in it, just the one. Because a $1 gold back is 1/1000th of a gram.
Yeah.
Or an ounce. I'm sorry, of an ounce.
I think you should pay like a 20 to 30% premium over the gold value in it.
But that's it. That's the going market for them.
No, it's higher than that.
They got stores that are accepting them. This is why I said that. And you can go on, go back and look. It's between 665, 675 is what these stores are taking them back in at. So therefore, you should be getting them around that. Because just if you're going to use it as a store, that's all you're going to get for it. So
now, are you talking a 50 or are you talking a one?
On one, $6. And yeah. So you got to remember that 50 is bigger bill. It's done by ones.
Well, so, see, and a $1 gold back has about $3.25 worth of gold in it.
Something like that. I think it has a little bit more than that, don't it?
Nope. Take $3,250 divided by 1,000.
Oh, yeah, 1,000. Yeah, you're right.
$3.25. So, in my opinion, anything more than, say, $5, it's just too high of a premium. So that's why I would rather just get the little 1/10 of a gram or even a gram, and just, if you're going to pay, it's easier. Because that way it's already pure. Yeah. There's nothing else in it.
Here you go. Look what Penny's Guy says. They are harder to convert than U.S.
Counterfeit than U.S. cash. They are.
Well, you know, like right now, they're in Oklahoma trying to get different stores to take it. You know, like I said, Walmart's is one of them that started taking it in different states. The next two notes that are coming out is Oklahoma and Arizona.
I don't understand what you're trying to say here, Gold Maple. Do you collect Politias or Altons? Your homework assignment to find out what Palladians Altons are. That's the teacher in me. So
But
yeah, man, you guys.
here, guys. If you
I don't
want
know what to do.
all your answers answered about go backs, come to the Toss a Coin show and talk to the go back people themselves. They're gonna be there.
There you go.
The
Jack
company that
Morton
actually
says.
makes these will be at our show.
Jack Morton says I still love 90% and never get tired of it. You know, they don't make the more 90%. That's what makes it so great. Is it's not like the modern bullion where
Not really. I'm printing new 90% every day.
we're talking the classic stuff, 1964 and older.
Well, I am talking the old stuff. I'm making old looking dimes and everything. Yeah.
Coffee is what to coffee is what the get to fight as or as brothers that should tell you they are good brother love. Okay, he ain't getting no coffee from me.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's the love I get from him. No coffee. I bet if I drove up to Michigan right now, he'd still give me no coffee.
Look at that. There's Can. Good to see you, my friend. Rhonda's here. They're always talk about 90% being made anymore. I get that. Does it ever go back to refineries or do dealers hang on to it? What I do is if it's wore out or it's too wore out to even give away, then I'll melt that stuff. But otherwise, if it's too wore out to retail, I'll just give it away for free on my show on Sundays. Because there is a quality limit that you want to retail. You don't want to sell.
I got a
stuff.
great big bag. It's almost full enough that I'll send it to the foundry company. It's either they got holes in them, the dates are all wore off, like on the standing quarters and stuff. Now I do when I send these in, I send them separate. I send in dimes, quarters, and halves. I send the dollars by themselves because they got a little bit more weight to them.
So we got 32.5 roughly.
What is the fair price to pay? $1 face
715.
Constitution. So
22.8. Yeah,
that
I call
would
it
be a fair price.
So the silver value is 22.88 at or about. So I think 23.5, 24 tops. That's the most you should probably pay right now. I think as far as considered to be fair, about 24. If you're auctioning, jumping in an auction, obviously it's going to be different. But I mean, if you're just going into a shop to buy a bag, I think 23.5, 24 would be the most. Of course, what do I know? I'm just a guy, right?
I got melt is $23.32 right now. 32.62.
Oh no, I see what I did. No, yeah, no, 30. Oh, okay, I did 32. Hold on a minute. 32.5 times. That's what the 0.5 didn't get it times.
It's actually 32.62 right now.
So yeah, I'm still going to hold it at 24 price. I still think at 24. I mean, it just depends on who you are.
I'll sell it to you at $23.35.
There you go. With the market having a lot more fractional silver in it every year, what do you think the price of fractional silver will ever come down? No, I do not think fractional pure silver will come down.
I tell you guys not to buy it, to buy 90% instead. It's more reasonable.
Yeah, if you want fractional,
I got plenty of it. Don't get me wrong, but I give you guys let's say you came in and you wind up being 20 and a half ounces. I'll give you a half ounce at the same price as them 1 ounces. I'll just hand that to you, and that makes us even.
Okay, and here's another one. Adam Jam's got one for us. Do you see many states repealing the exemption on sales tax on metals? I see eventually all of them doing it. It's just a matter of when and how long it's going to take.
Almost all states are already there.
So we are.
Unless you live in Wisconsin.
We are about out of time. I'm seeing we're out of time, guys.
Yeah, we are past time.
We are past time. I am sorry I did not get to everyone's questions. I do thank you for being here. I do thank you for hitting the like button. I skipped a few people's questions, and I do apologize there at the end. I think there was 3 or 4 of them I missed. I do apologize. But thank you. Mike, you want to say anything to close out? Talk about the show a little bit that's coming up in June before we close out?
Well, guys, I mean, every time I talk about it, I keep telling you about different people coming. I mean, they're coming. So I need you guys to be there too. We'd like to have everybody show up. Let's have a big
So it's
party.
June 12th, 13th, 14th. Is that right?
That's right. Dealer setup is on the 11th.
So you and I need to get together and we need to make a video and talk about this show. And I'm going to put it up on my channel in a week or so. Let's do that. That way people don't have to stay here for the whole time. So look for that video coming up pretty soon from Mike and I. We're going to be talking about the show and we're going to get it going on that.
Sound like Mike and Ike. Did you hear that?
Mike and Ike. So yeah, is there anything else you want to say, bro?
No, guys. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry that I sat back a minute. I was debating if I wanted to get up or not. I was a little bit tired after I got back, so I apologize. But no, every third weekend in the month, I usually will not be here, and I appreciate my brother covering for me.
See, Bob says any tables left for the show in June.
Of course it is.
See, Bob, give Mike a call. So again, thanks everybody. Remember, your questions help drive this chat, and I want to thank you. Even though I didn't get to them all, I do apologize for that. But if you have any questions and you want to get answered before next Tuesday, leave a comment after this video's over, and we will try to respond back in the section, or we'll bring it up next week. So again, thanks everybody, and we will not auction on Sunday. Mrs. Coin Crew will be live here, not here on this channel, but on Mrs. Coin Crew's channel tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then again on Monday, Ida's Fishing. So I hope you guys join here there.
And I will see everybody at Keith's auction on Sunday.
You'll be at the auction by yourself because we are not going to have one. So, guys, thanks a lot. I really, really
all right. Thank you, guys. I will talk to you, everybody, on Tuesday. We're going to be here Tuesday.
We're going to be here next Tuesday, yes.
Okay.
Have a great night. Bye.